Behold, behold, behold. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a prime example of Tartarian architecture. This is a Tartarian edifice. It's a Tartarian edifice Rex. Will you look at that? Scarrett Hall, Bennett Hall. I don't know what college this is. I imagine we'll know here. Look at those. Look at that stonework. Then there's a Christian cross up there, probably put on after the fact. This did not start off to be a church or anything. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tartarian. Tartarian all the way. The battlements, the thin windows here. Looks like we've got the plaques. The kind of plaque type scroll type things that don't have any markings on them. Very Tartarian. We really don't know what's behind that, whether they've been defaced or what. To have the, okay, look at this door. Okay, so here we have the globe. We have spheres. One of the main sign of the Pharaonic dominators. And as many of you know, I personally am on the bloodlines of the Pharaonic dominators. Those windows right there, stained glass windows, look exactly like the ones at the First United Methodist Church in Lubbock, Texas. Look at this. Look at the size of that door. Will you look where that handle is and look where the door goes. This building is amazing. I mean, look at that stonework. Ladies and gentlemen, this structure is hundreds and hundreds of years old. I don't know when they say they built it. Look at that stonework. Look how blackened it is. Okay, look at this. This is a prime example. This looks just like the Methodist Church in Lubbock, Texas, which has the world's second largest. Look at that, sacred geometry. Sacred geometry. Okay, now here we have some Christian crosses. I can't make that out right now. It says something parish. Okay, once again, there's a decent sized door. Boom, there's an even bigger one right there. So I'm guessing this is a university or a college now. It's an entire complex of Tartarian buildings. Oh, that's interesting. Back there they have a wooden building. Fascinating. I wonder what that might be. That's probably when the people, before they dug these out or before they restored these buildings, the people probably stayed right there in that log cabin. You see, the Mormons have a type of I don't know if you call it a pantheon or exactly what the type of. It's kind of like a little. It's not a coliseum, but it's a type of building that's a Greek style building. And there's a picture from the 1800s. There's a log cabin in the middle of it. Okay, they didn't build the stone Greek styled stuff. The Mormons built the log cabin, right? The Mormons didn't build all that stuff that they say they built in Salt Lake City, okay? Newsflash. They lied. I'm not going to call them liars, but I will say that they lied. The reason I won't call them liars is because, fascinatingly enough, and I'm not a Mormon, but we discovered throughout my genealogy, okay, let's look at this. Struthers Meeting House. In 1801, the Western Annual Conference of the Methodist Episcopal Church was formed from the districts in Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Mississippi. This building, known as Struthers Chapel, was erected about 1800 near Cottontown, Sumner County Okay. Bishop Francis Asbury held the first session of the Western Conference October 2nd, 1802, which was the first Methodist conference conducted in the state of Tennessee. The building was moved from its original location to the Red River Pike and used as a church until 1857, when it was supplanted by a new building called Bethel, under an inspiring address delivered by Bishop Horace M. Dubose at the annual conference in Gallatin in 1930, the Committee on Historic Places and Relics decided to preserve this historic building. The committee was composed of the bishop, la-di-da-di-da. Okay. Look at that Tartarian edifice in the distance there. That's probably part of the same complex. You're getting the idea. This is a massive, I mean, it's a large complex of Tartarian buildings. These buildings here, I mean, obviously they predate 1801 for sure, you know. But I really haven't got into the area yet of guessing or estimating what the actual age of these buildings are. I don't know what they're claiming the age of them is. I would think after 1802. But let me tell you, these buildings, these buildings could easily be from the 1500s, the 1600s. I mean, look at this. Look at that tower. That tower is hundreds of years old, folks. Hundreds and hundreds of years old. They have structures like this in Texas and Fredericksburg and stuff like that with the asinine claims. Most of them were supposedly built in the 1890s. I wouldn't be surprised if they said the same thing about these buildings, that was built in the 1890s. Look at that. Look at the age on that. That building is more than 130 years old, okay? It just is. That building is that tower is hundreds of years old. Hundreds and hundreds of years old. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. You don't see it like that very often. Bunch of stones sticking out of. That's really fascinating. Okay, so we're good. Look at that. That's interesting. That is a unique feature. I've never really seen anything like that. So there you have it, folks. We were looking at a Tartarian edifice right here in Nashville, Tennessee, the capital, world capital of country music. Look at those battlements. Look at the spire. Once again, we have the something from God. It's something from God. Okay, once again, some more sacred geometry. This is awe-inspiring, folks. This is awe-inspiring. Look at that. How tall? Look at the. This is a completely, totally preserved Tartarian edifice. Massive door. I mean, that door is at least 12 feet tall. There must have been some tall people that were members of this church. Look at it. Absolutely fascinating. And there's more. And it just goes on and on and on. There's the tower. You can see it in the distance there. More Tartarian architecture there. Okay. Have you seen enough? Have you seen enough? This is Tartarian, Nashville, Tennessee. The worldwide capital of country music. You better believe it. This is classic Tartarian right there, right in front of. See the columns, the shoeboxed corners of the building that alternate between red and pale. More Tartarian. This is one huge Tartarian building right here. May in fact be, I don't know, I don't think it's actually a part of the university we were just looking at. So of course here in the distance you see copper roof, green copper roof. So here's another building. It's probably a church now. There's no reason to think that it was built as a church, but that roof is green, you can see. So there's a spire on top. That's a Tartarian building. And another tower right there in the distance. You see that, but between the down the street there. Let's face it, Nashville is chock full of Tartarian edifices and also nice neo-modern, Megalithic, yucco modern buildings. And there you have it, folks. Good day.